Good afternoon and welcome to another edition of my favorite good governance program. We na the Mppa hour we can know every Wednesday na SFBC radio and television. Anybody, any side you na this country, if na applying today FM 100, we na the Power FM. And today we talk about very important issue concerning this ongoing election where we dey. We're not going to avoid this issue of the election. And so now they can't talk about what's not the true meaning, what they say person nationalistic, what they say you patriotic, what they say show tolerance, what they say national unity and cohesion, what they talk about political and election violence, which are all linked in here. And how we could take understand them so that we go able to avoid them and not say this is not the born good pikin. Maybe they bring the program and name TJ Cole the Megadon, and of course when I know say this program also I know we will bring me one and I get co-producer and I get the Ministry of Political and Public Affairs the back way. And we're not going to waste time again too much because this is a very important program, and for help we discuss some of them today so again no less a person and the Honorable Minister of Political and Public Affairs, Madam Nane Thomas, will join me at the program for throw lights to the today and talk to we more well then issues here so we now patriotism, nationalism, tolerance. Madam, you're welcome.
Thank you very much, TJ.
Yes, before I bring the minister in, I just hasten for also say we get the Director of Ministry of Political and Public Affairs, when the professional head, Mr. James Bongo Sise, instead there so for help promote Prudential. So, Director, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Madam Minister, so we are enlightened, we teach, because this is not public education. We all na salon people and we all need for understand what the issue. Do I educate me?
Fambulem, good afternoon. I tell you now, boku thank you. Will you allow me one more time? Now in a living room, in a bedroom, now in a kitchen, and where you don't take time off in a busy schedule for listening to me. The one in the office system, where me now they call me for say what's happen with the Mppa hour. I tell you now, boku thank you for the interest. We now continue for show on this particular program. The producer been talk about nationalism. Nationalism is simply mean unconditional love for your country.
Right.
They put your country first above all personal interests. You have to not remember yourself. Now my country. I pledge my love and loyalty to my country, Sierra Leone. The country. Now remember, force. It means say you get to make beaucoup sacrifice for your country. For let your country go be number one. Nationalism. You get to be prepared, ready and willing for defend the country at all time.
Right.
And at all costs. Nationalism. It means say for show your loyalty and commitment to your country.
And that now, more like the show that in the way you they give you something, you get work for do, now you small corner, now you host, now school, you na big man at office, now day for show, all the thing there. So
Exactly.
yes.
And that make, I can always say, we must emphasize that we're all Sierra Leoneans, because one day, nobody not travel with Creole passport, or with Minde passport, or with Timni passport, or with local passport. The passport where we all they travel with, na Sierra Leonean passport. Now all they travel with. So because of that, with commitment and with loyalty to a country, it get to be paramount. So that's a come for can I can talk to fable them. But today, say, much difference not there between nationalism and patriotism.
Yeah, because that's not the next thing we're going to look. Because some people then look, when they say nationalism, you know, patriotism, they look, they confuse more. So, what are some of the similarity and the difference them?
Patriotism, devotion to one's country.
Right.
Special affection for your country. Just the same thing like nationalism.
Ibado.
This is Sierra Leone.
That's right.
Now me and you get for make this country, follow make her into another United Nation. When you say patriotism, you show a sense of identification. For say I'm a Sierra Leonean and I'm proud to be one. That's like you always, if you remember, they always say my own theme, na my ministry, na think Sierra Leone.
Right.
Because when you think Sierra Leone, you make this country, we forget about all of the tribal division. We forget about all of the hate speeches there.
And the region.
Yeah, we forget about, for say, no, I don't want to come near me because me not come out to start to come out. We think about Sierra Leone. Then we go able to achieve the objective.
Right.
And this brings me to the word lawlessness. Because when you think Sierra Leone, lawlessness not the come inside. When you think Sierra Leone, you know the grab they go burn people loose. When you think Sierra Leone, you know the grab you go burn people in the motoka. And they listen one radio station where one man they talk for say then chook and then pulling guts. That's lawlessness. Why you get for take somebody in life? Why you get for do that? Take somebody in life because me and this person are on the same side. No law not say you and anybody get for them at the same side. Think Sierra Leone, do the right thing, and when you do the right thing, we know they get all of them half things they are so. The lawlessness, no day, since the beginning of this week, last week, when they not go call me, then 11 o'clock net, and the minister, we need security now. Then they attack people and I can't go. Then they do this night. Why? Why would they forget sleepless nights? Why? Why we not gonna make we country to the best of our ability? I can tell people and say, yes, I left this country. Somebody asked me, say, hey, but you be not left Salone and Tradi. I say, no, I not left on my own because nobody know how for die. Because nobody know diets where go and come and cancel for say having sweets. So because I know one for die, so I've been there for escape from my life. But after living in a people country, almost 15, 18 years, I say, no, I'm coming back home. I come back home.
Okay.
For can help with the development. And that make, I dey always preach about political tolerance. We get for tolerate one another. We get for forget about the color what people in the wear. The moment where you wear red, they say, hey, now under you dey. As you wear green, they say, hey, now stay where you don't go under. No! We have to be color blind.
Right.
When we think Sierra Leone, I pledge my love and loyalty to my country, Sierra Leone. Whoa, think Sierra Leone. But who of them thinks they are? Not for me. We need to understand that this country say people and get for differ. Even with you picking where you born.
That's right.
You did in a house, you born 4, 5 picking. All man get their own personality. All man they think differently. But you the mommy or you the daddy, you got to manage them picking and they. And famble them. Now we responsibility now this country for let we make sure say this election the runoff be free and fair and let Yagba no day.
Right.
We don't want to go back now. We don't want let Salon go back. Who's part of it don't they? Me, I don't like for think about the war. I don't like for think about them because anytime when I think about the war, I get gripe in stomach. So me, I want for make we put that history behind we back, we move forward, and we develop this country. We left a legacy for we picking them and we grand picking them because that is very, very important. I'm not going to want tomorrow me grand picking ask me say what, Nana, what you have been do? I mean you have been Minister of Political and Public Affairs. What's the waiting you been doing for help for solve the problem in the country?
Okay. Right. Okay. Well, that now the minister himself of political and public affairs.
Let them not forget say political tolerance now a key principle of democracy.
Right.
It's one of the key principles of democracy.
Okay.
And we were able to uphold that. Because, say what you may, this country don't practice democracy for the last 10 years. I don't think say we for Campuela at this time. Now we treat each other as equals. We're all political human beings. Me own ideas them go differ from your own.
Absolutely.
I get friends them right now. I can tell people and say I'm the Minister of Political and Public Affairs, but I sit on the tickets of APC. I get friends that when I'm an SLPP, I can tell them and say, you know what? Like then tell so, low blow post first paddy, because I want to keep this relationship.
Right.
I don't want to talk thing we go offend you, and so you self not talk thing we get for offend you.
Okay.
We get for behave maturedly. We get for accept each other. Not only when a pauper. Pauper not for day for anything. Because I want God. Now whether you're a Muslim or whether you're a Christian, there's only one God. And until that God ordain him, me and you, the waste of time. And we no need for kill person for the when they call power. Why do we have to do that? Why we get for take somebody in life? And this brings me to the incident where happened with Alfonso Manley, one of the civil society activists in this country.
Right.
I go on some forum them where they talk say, oh, until you get big mouths. So I asked them, so what does that mean? Now in right for talk. So because he talk them for kill him,
Right.
I think so we don't pass that stage in this country. We got to think beyond the way we would think. And let we get a different focus about how we want this country to go.
Well, thank you very much, Madam Nanette Thomas, the Minister of Political and Public Affairs. He touched on several things. It touched on nationalism, it touched on patriotism, and as we see that now, the gentleman, Alfonso Manley, when a president of Civil Rights Coalition and a civil society organization as alone, he's a very powerful advocate for tolerance, political tolerance, civil tolerance, and would they look at all the issues. But you can be part of the program as you watch this good governance program with the Ministry of Political and Public Affairs they bring on concerning how we will stop violence, particularly election violence in this country. You can join me if you send me text at 030-014-971 or 076-955-191. Send me text if you want to ask questions, since we get the minister and the director of the Ministry of Political and Public Affairs there, and we just don't join with Bernard of the anti-violence civil society instead of join with na the program na Mppa hour and in the country na both radio and television. I love bringing the director. I just wanted to what's now the minister don't talk a lot about the roles and responsibility of the citizen of Sierra Leone for put the country above all else, including political party, including tribe, including region, how you see the overview of this ongoing political process, what they call election?
Thank you very much. Of course, when you look at the political process, the ongoing political process in Sierra Leone, we categorize them into two. We get the first half we just done, and now the second half don't start soon. The first half, honestly, it been relatively peaceful. I use the word relative because we've been getting small skirmish in certain areas then.
Right.
But it not been too big, like waiting with the experience now. You know, example, you go see, say we all come out, people in campaign, we get big rallies them, you know, when we know any incidents of violence and then things then they all parties then we see APC go na stadium, we see SFP go, no problem. You know, they move around with them people them, then go sensitize and do door to door, no problem. Onto the election, we all man go peacefully, we go vote, you know, it was really peaceful. But when we go to the results, the pattern we use this time, we get for be honest. We see say they announced 25%, 50%, 75%, and then
finally 100.
Exactly, then crown now. That's a good one, then crown now.
Right.
Yes. So the first 25%, because we talk in relation to violence, we see the ruling party, been they lead the opposition, SLPP.
Right.
But when that announcement was made, we understand it was alleged that, you know, 2-3 things then be happening. Of course, like the Abacha Street and then things then they say people there with green, then go attack some people there and then things then they. Okay? Then we go to the 50%. We see say the opposition, you know, they begin close the gap. Then we don't get any problem. We go to the 75%, the opposition take the lead. We not get any problem. Then when they crown now with 100%, we not get any problem.
100.3.
Yes. When they crown them, because not to 100 now, 100.3. So that when they crown them after the 75, we finally decide for crown them. Yeah, for at least the thing will fine. But serious things are not happen. Like I say, we go categorize it into two phases. But now we don't come to this one often at the second half.
Right.
Then we don't see, because of the voting pattern, people are now, they say, na tribal way them vote, na regional way, and then things then they. But what thing that will bring to mind, when I look at all them things then they, it will take you back to the Rwanda issue. You see, Rwanda, I believe I don't face the most brutal war.
Particularly when it concerns tribe.
Yes, when it comes to tribe. Tribal war.
Tribal war.
Now some kind of dangerous thing they play with people and then they, you know, then they play, they joke with them.
They joke with them.
And to be honest with you, I will say this honestly as a Sierra Leonean. The media says therefore be very careful.
Very careful. The media.
The civil society therefore be very careful. Me, I will say here with all honesty and sincerity, even the civil society, I can tell you say some civil society the dangerous part is social media.
Yes.
Now the focus is the social media. I want to let people then call, you understand? May they show how many people then we are literate. We able to read anything in social media. But when civil society go to your community, some civil society then they incite.
And then town hall meeting.
Then they make like say then they go train people out for votes and things and they. But then get like just give example. Somebody one civil society guy go na be right. I mean do work na office. But that thing there it take me attention. I hear they say now at the council sensitizing now out for votes and anything and vote no go there. He say when you vote and you self and yourself know I know the suffer and I'm not supposed for dinner. So you don't all get to tell the people them, you know, you try to castigate somebody and you don't prepare the mind, which is wrong. Let us be sincere in what we do. Now this tribal something where on the come and regional, let we try preach against them, let we forget about our going to the election peacefully, we forget about that. Other win, he win.
Okay.
We all are Sierra Leoneans.
Okay. I thank you very much, Mr. James B. Sise, in the director, the professional head at the Ministry of Political and Public Affairs. And now, as director, they mentioned about the role, the key pivotal role with civil society. They play. Thank God we get a gentleman, Bernard, they work with this anti-violence that's set up. Bernard, now you, according to your opinion and your study and your experience and expertise, what do you think is responsible for this violence? And what do you think is more than did before would they cause this both and alala and so on in this country?
Thank you very much. One of the key factors we will talk now, because we did it right and speak to in a political violence.
Right.
And the onus lies in the hands of politicians. We get some wicked politicians already saying hate speeches. There are some politicians where we call them, they are patriots. There are some who not to patriot, we not take this country at heart at all. Some they send bad messages to their supporters. And those bad messages, they portray negative impact of the people.
Right.
So if you don't talk to your supporters, say, let me not agree this election and me get by hook or by crook, you understand? It don't already become a stigma. That young man or that young woman don't get on the mind.
You don't incite them.
Don't get already. Say whether they do, let's say broke stick like ace, we know say now we forget this election. So the young man already don't make in your mind. There's a mindset already. Right. So the politicians get a role for play because they are the ones where right now to speak to you. The issue of young people involved into violence. Now what will happen right now? The young people will become planned instrument in the hands of the over-ambitious politicians. Then what they see right now. So man they say me get this power. So man they say I don't agree. If this come out, well, they see a lot of hate speeches on social media. Social media don't become a serious problem in this country. Right. Social media people they grab more in the morning, whatever what you want for right, they need to even monitor this that. It just creates serious problem. So man they say this, so man they say that. There's no way if there was a way how to able for regularize this social media and monitor in a way that people go know before you post. If you know what they send, because if they don't begin one of people on social media. Where you post a bad news or hate speech, they grab you. Even if you are in the diaspora, you send hate speech, anything for create chaos in this country, they hold you responsible. That's right. Because we are seeing a lot of things happening in the social media. And again, we the civil society, we have a role to play. I don't care whether you belong to party A, party B. This is about nationalism. Anything happen in this country now, all they suffer. You know they're gonna market say I can't buy rice, because me na SPP when I reduce the price for me. You know, going to market say I go buy rice, me na APC when I reduce the price for me. You know, they have ever happened. And me also they send this signal to everybody, every Sierra Leonean. You the young person who sit down there, where if you say maybe this thing a big thing, the politicians are people who they interact together every day. Yes. The APC and the SPP, the politicians they play laugh, they dine together, they drink together, make friends together. You will sit down there, you say and say a big thing, they mislead yourself. Because we, the advocates right now, we want to make sure, say, I hope it is going on because we all do monitor closely. We want to see Brigadier Madabio and Samuel Kamara for walk into the street of Freetown. Let them know, say, this is not about killing. This is not about if or die, do or die. Politics is not so kind, that's a kind of civilized game. Absolutely. If you don't understand them, you go mislead. If you don't understand, say, then people are going to talk so to you because they want to protect their interest. If I dey party A, I dey protect me party A interest. If I dey party B, I go protect me party B interest. Right. So when you don't say with that kind way they talk, maybe on social media or so your media they talk with that kind of zeal. Right. If you don't say in reality, in Minam, they are saying it because they want to defend each other. In the sense, if me dey party A, party B, and party A cancel on that, it go always stand for defend your own party. Right. So once they talk doing that badge, many times when they in that forum there, at the end of the day they say when shake hands together, you see the whole grab, make fun. Right. We the young people they take this thing very serious. We are the ones perpetrating the violence. These people are the one who are the key people who create the problem. They are there. Their families are overseas. They are safe. They are safe. They are good. Like I talk to you right now. Don't talk to go find problem. Check them properly. Their families are not here. Mama, these are brother, sister, they won't picking them. One of the key things for the send to them say, if you say I go fet, send you picking or go fet. Right. Now begin tell them, begin send a message to them. Okay. You wanna go fet somebody, send you picking them into go fet. Okay. It will begin for make some politicians they begin for reverse then words them. Because now I don't see the issue of violence, it don't so hype. Look what happened at Canigo. It's so serious, and also again looking at like we colleague Alfonso, what happened.
Ah.
But we will totally condemn him.
Yes.
Totally condemn him, because if somebody is saying view, if you know say you're not in line with her, you step kind of TV and can't talk.
Can say your own view.
Say you view, say whatever you want to say, nobody needs to stop
But
you.
not shut up the other man.
You don't need to let you go attack anybody. This, I mean, don't call a spade a spade. Say I don't move. I don't see. In those days, you need to get mind for talk to against the government.
Right.
Today we don't see democracy has been exercised to the highest peak. Someone is accused, he talk this, he cost so this, that. You are free.
Yes.
You go free, scot free like that.
Freedom of expression.
So we don't see a lot of respect for human rights in this country.
Right.
So I don't think anybody will tell me say they don't violate human rights in this country. Subsequently again, we know when people say there's a rule of course we know there's a rule of law. And the issue of human rights, me again human rights, no. Human rights goes with responsibility. If you get human rights, I don't say there is a right for you.
Right.
You're right, but also for respect the person you
The other person, right.
So these are some of the things I would say we got to step up.
Okay.
Civil society, let us stop preaching hate speech. Let us stop preaching negatives. I mean things that are the media.
That would divide. That would divide the country.
Issue of tribalism don't come inside. Oh, tribal war is a very dangerous issue.
You know the end.
We don't want to start at this country.
No, they don't.
One day, Mende, look at what did happen. In Mende, they married Timini.
Of course.
Timini, they married Limba.
Absolutely.
You see the marriages. Me also don't have some Papa and Limba, and Mama and Mende.
Okay.
So these are some of the things then. Why we know for Sidon Law, we people don't lay the pace for we many years ago. With the day as one at this country. Why now? 2018. Why now for bring tribalism?
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Bernard, good question he asked, and this na the MPP hour with the country now, both SBC radio and television. Every Wednesday, 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock, we there they bring you this good governance program. Where would they ask you very important question? Will make you give you the responsibility and your role as a citizen of this country, which now you part where you get for play. And so it can be part of this program. If you get AfriCell, please, the number is 030014971. Send me text, ask question, seek clarification, and make suggestion if you don't mind. If not, AfriCell, I tell you, we're now orange now, 076955191. Madam Minister,
yes, sir.
This gentleman just been the talk, wonderful thing. Well, I just want to make you explain to me how you, what thing we're supposed to know about how violence they affect the credibility of the election. And what the government now need for do again, for learn no more than tears will stop them.
Well, I want to let Fambule know say, right now, there is something called fear. We hang over the country. If you now remember, before they not call the election yet, parents they not agree for letting picking go school. When they call the result it. Parents they not agree for letting picking go school. Even though the place been quiet, but that fear in there was a problem will come out. And at that fear day, we need for stop. We need for no say one of the key ingredients of political tolerance is freedom of speech. Another important ingredient of political tolerance. Now the media say they know they help the situation. They know they help. I agree say people that can go pay for let the air out something.
Right.
But I believe saying that the responsibility of that media station they follow a screen
Right.
waiting.
That's right.
Then they go air out.
Yes. That's right.
Just like where the civil society person say. I mean, they expect say the consortium of civil society then before don't come out with a very strong message. What they say happen to Alfonso.
Condemn him. And
If they don't condemn him outright.
Outright.
Yeah. But then it not happen.
Not happen.
Now, only the people are going to hear from Bernard and what you say
See?
and more like. But the people them where they make the loudest noise, the civil society where they make the loudest noise, they have not said anything. So at the beginning, they sit down, they ask me, say, then why are they glad when this happen? They want to let this man die? Because me go find Alfonso in the hospital. When he explained to me how them in the whap him with stone.
My God.
Na in neck. If na be neck them in get, like by now, it's a gunner. And for that, the picture where they showed, you see, so them put collar.
Right.
Na in neck. Because when me go, they only been they say is, I dey die, me neck. I dey die, me neck. But nobody not say anything. Make election not divide this country.
Please.
Please. Election let not divide this country. Because there is life after election.
Absolutely.
There is life after election. No way for me to come in a street or any side. We talk back, we hug, we serve. Let election not like Ebola. We will not be able to shake people hand. We will not be able to hug people. No. No. I'm a woman and I feel the pain of all the women in this country. Because when morning time they come, now they're afraid more for them picking and not go school.
Okay.
We don't want that for let happen. Me, I've been so happy when they get the presidential debate, the mayoral debate, then all that now part of political tolerance.
Absolutely.
People then call me for say, salon don't grow. So now they get debate safe. I say yes. But I don't even feel say we go come back. We say they choke people we say they burn people host. I and the flag bearer for APC, Dr. Samuel Kamara, they talk about how na Moyamba where they go now one woman in Baffa, they not sabi do myself, but then buy drinks, then they end up say they buy nearly all what's in the woman in small Baffa where they make. The human cask, what's your name? So I say Samuel Kamara. The human get belly, and I say, well, if I born me pick, I get a call on Samuel. I say, well, if you not born boy picking, I say, well, what you know I worth in him. By the time that they go Kenema and come back, they don't burn that woman in Baffa.
Intolerance.
Why? Why that's going to happen?
Right.
You man are Sierra Leonean. You man get right for talk to Dr. Samuel Kamara.
Absolutely. And for associate with them.
Exactly. Just like me West Sudan Ayaso, I get right for talk to retired Major
Brigadier
Madabio. Now me right.
Right.
You can't stop me. For I not talk to who that's not for talk to. And that will not for allow in this country.
Okay.
Will not for allow down the family are the big. The election, the runoff they come on the 27th.
On a Tuesday.
Next week Tuesday. We are at the big as the Minister of Political and Public Affairs. Now we now reach that stage. We'll go for begin for afraid. For talk to people. Everybody in this country get right for exercising franchise. Now in civic rights down there. For like go vote to that you want for vote for.
That's right.
You can't force me for like vote for post you want not
without
for
molestation at all.
Exactly. But we're not going to molest the people. And if we do the right thing in this country, civil society, then it will go make their work much easier. People and they say, now the talk where Alfonso Manley talk, now and we use, now make them go attack him. But what Alfonso Manley talk, I don't listen to the clip over and over and over, I don't see anything wrong. He spoke the facts. All me they say is, let we do the right thing in this country. Let we do the right thing there with a beg. I tell somebody say, I get forgot to talk on television. I say, take Temo, let you not come on, just want them go attack you. I say, left now go the hand. Exactly. Now the level now they reach so. But then go attack Alfonso because Alfonso said that bike man and go attack her. Yeah, the pepper spray them all. It's wrong. We need for stop for do that.
Okay, thank you very much. The Minister of Political and Public Affairs, Honorable Nanette Thomas, just don't talk to him. So I get a few suggestions now, so some kind of comments them where we listeners and viewers and now hosts don't make one say, Madam Minister, we tell you, thank you plenty, see what you do. they talk to Salon people and teach them more about the role, they enroll them in responsibility and tell them about nationalism, patriotism, and the issue of tolerance with one another. This is my binti na abadin and send this. Then another gentleman say, director, we the people they're not satisfied with the neck also say because we want for protest against Mr. Mfali. Another one say Salonians them we quick forget who side we don't come from. Finally the other comment say not to true and not in a deceitful thing, but let's see APC and SLB official and they say then they post hate speech and violent business but tribe now the election just for make them get vote to say that not a good way for campaign in this country. They say so all the people in the advice now we Olan as one family. This they come from Robinho. That brings me to director. This issue of tribal sentiment. What you make now during election? Say more with the yeri issue of Mende, Timini, North versus South and East. What you make now Biden here no more with the otherwise, now would they pray at the same mosque, the same church, would they marry each other, now would they drink beer, now would they hang out. Mende and Timini. But they're two key tribes there. What you mean now would they see here?
Well, really, I go for qualifying the question because during the past elections, then they not been too.
So now this one now,
me can start for Yegi, but you know, Mende versus this because like let's say like 2007, you see President Kumar get votes that he waiting this you know them things then they. But this particular election is strange. Honestly. Like how Madam Minister said, everybody is afraid now. I get some neighbors then we na net first time they play music and anything. Now this a place style like graveyard. Everybody's afraid. And honestly, to be honest with you, like what I say, we get the first half and the second half. The first half nothing like tribal business not been there, regional something not been there. Because everybody go campaign. Look at like how Madam Minister say the last time Dr. Samuel Kamara go Kenema and things and the mother say despite small things in the apple understand, but I mean just small things then. But now people learn because of the voting pattern. The voting pattern don't necessarily mean to say, well, yeah, one way or the other, you go say maybe they vote tribal lines or regional lines. But to be honest with you, sometimes not the way the people then think. You understand? Now they thinking, they think say, well, now this way we forgo because and now this way go help you. Maybe now that then think. But let we not come use that now. You know, for can destroy we
take out of context.
Yes. So what do you need for do? Lord say if the Southeast say the opposition they vote for. Then they vote for the opposition massively. What do you need for do now? You the other side. You need for go tell your ideology. Go talk to them. Why they for vote for you?
Yes.
Not to go flex.
Not to for fair.
Not go flex. Oh, cost them. Not
go
beat them.
No.
Not go beat them.
In fact, they made it more thick.
Exactly.
Go tell them say, hey, okay, I don't say the first round, no, like how somebody can see. He said maybe, he said that the message, you understand, and the messenger. So you go package your message back, can go back.
Right.
Someday you go see the thing go change.
Yes.
But for let people then begin say we don't divide anything. No, that lie. I mean I disagree. Not tribal business not there, and the people then when they try to propagate that, thank God ICCD. And we go name una when the time reach.
Yes.
And the media self therefore be careful the way when they some questions the way they ask.
Yes.
You know they force people to talk about this thing. No, but let me not continue for blow this thing out of proportion. There is nothing like tribalism and regionalism. The only thing that voting pattern they change. So let people go back to the ideology. Go talk to the people then maybe then go change their mindset and we go see a different voting pattern.
Okay. Right. So Madam Minister, you want to
I want to send message to the diasporas then.
Right.
Myself Nadia been there. If you now watch some of the statements them, the hate messages them, now from the diasporas then they come out.
Right.
Fambule. They want and they done America and England and Germany
and Holland.
Name who's parts
Oh God.
Then they enjoy everything. Nobody they bother them. Then they come for can set fire this country. Because you listen to some of the messages them, you can ask yourself so to na salon a day because some of them tell when they talk. Me what they are no say now that's a happen. How you not know? Then you now sit down they begin for think now say I for there for this election. Like somebody coming for say me, I know this there or I go na Banjul.
Director, don't you just tell me say what about if I say I want to go Ghana first?
Yes, you want to
Go hang out.
Why you
Say they go Ghana. Not one man get money for go Ghana.
Well, because of the messages and the things that will happen. Why you get for left your country and not exercise
Oh God.
your civic right, your civic duty. Suppose for do ya me brother and sister them. Now the diaspora, me they beg you now. Say you are not there. Would they beg agree say one na Sierra Leoneans them? If you're not able to make peace, not make war. Peace na free. War cost.
Very much.
Because when war day, when you lock yourself inside, you host. Next day, lock your window, lock outside. You're not able to go inside. It's very, very difficult. Then I mean they can say free pole. You better pass tight gently.
Thank you very much, Madam Minister. They say a word for the wise is quite sufficient. And that make we go to Bernard right away. Bernard, this I would like to talk to people we get for go vote because but always this was there we still the beg them and come out in their numbers. On the 27th on Tuesday, let no amount of intimidation like how it happen to a person so you can't forget say to go on that bed, you know go come out again. What do you think say the people for know and how for deal with this issue of 8 messages them and tribal sentiment and regional divide? We don't care how they suppose undo that in there as we move on to this final round of voting.
Family me, I talk to the people out there. They are not ignore anybody without the issue of tribalism.
All right.
If we not begin ignore, it will create serious tension as it don't begin. To an extent, we see these few days what happen at the provinces, western area.
Right.
The security be somehow flexible a little bit when the whole thing happen because we want to see how people have exercise their rights, people have for be part of the process. But it always to a peak now that the security this morning, I listened to the man from ONS this morning, that we are going to invoke Mppa. Mppa for the why? Because the security don't use the flexible part of the operation. They left all man say, okay, you know this goes, let exercise the right as citizens. But some don't begin move beyond in right. It don't move beyond. I mean human rights gets limitation. But if you don't begin move beyond your limit, now make the security don't step up now. And now they don't step up now, we don't get a Mppa when a civil aid, military aid to civil power. And then we believe so with that, anybody will come for even threatening the peace of Sierra Leone, they grab you. When they grab you, they face the full consequence of the law. Nobody is above the law, and we don't see them in this country. Because of the magnitude at which the spate of violence don't happen, don't they increase in this country right now, and that make Mppa don't invoke. And during elections day, we are going to see Mppa. You see the military and the police work hand in glove. And again, it was very timely for us as one of the civil society. We come up with a very strong press release saying we want to make sure this time around the election sensitive materials are for day in the hands of the police and military supervised by NEC and the political parties.
Right.
And I was glad that consideration was really taken into cognizance. And I see the NEC now already accept that they are going to work in line with that. Okay. And these are some of the things we civil society for the send out because the issue of hiring private vehicles. For them to take the sensitive material to various places, to various police stations. You don't know who's that particular driver whose party belong. You know whose side belong, whose side allegiance they. But when you put the military and the police, these are state enforcement institutions. These are people who want to say they are credible for the country. Right. So you see, when we get the police and the military, they handle them sensitive materials there. I believe say nobody knows how to QQ inside it. And now that we have only the APC and the SLPP where they come in for the one-off, we don't think we get too much pressure, too much problem. Right. But let us be vigilant. The two political parties them again. The issue of the warehouse, we said they pull the materials them. We don't also raise them up. That happened again when the people show negligence. That is the political parties and give some negligence and levity to the process. Then left NEC for just handle the materials them for distributing our various districts them. Now this time around, we want to let the political parties them present, for them to take a snapshot of everything that is serial numbers of those boxes where they go out. Right. Because what will happen at the end of the day, when the pull box na fit on it gets 1, 2, 3 number, as reach number, the number they change. So this time around, we want to see politicians, especially political parties, they want to go represent,
right.
and then take photos of everything so that and then show say if you come on now, the one we come on now, reach Nambo.
Okay.
The one we come on now, reach McKinney.
Right.
These are some of the things that we call for letting people step up now. This
right. Well, thank you very much, Bernard. That very good suggestion, Madam. Time don't between now. Just maybe less than 1 minute. Just give us your last take before I read the message them all viewers and listeners they send.
I still appeal to you now. For say, let you not afraid. Let you not come out on Tuesday. And let you not vote for the person who you not believe say go take this country, go to the next level.
Right.
Now you not rights. For let you not exercise your civic rights. It's part of you now. If you not go vote, now you self you go blame. Not sit down and say, hey, I wish I been go vote. So do ya? I beg me, they beg. And I want to beg all the other one where they create problems. We don't want problem in this country. We don't want no more sonko. They go choke people and go burn people and also burn people and motoka. We don't want that. Do ya? And I beg with the beg. Like how the last election, I mean, don't rate say Sierra Leone been get the most peaceful election. Do ya? We beg. But could stranger than they we don't count for this election or can look what's in the happen. May not care what bad name go. The country too small. 7 million people. What would they fight for? So now the word that I wish everybody good health. Let everybody sleep well. And let Tuesday morning. Let make sure say you go with your ID card. Now you stay at the station inside you go vote the next step. And let you go vote for the person of your choice.
Right. Director, one last word. So I will round up this program.
Yeah, thank you very much. And fumble them, me on last word. I want authoritatively tell you say there is nothing like tribal or regional divide as far as this election is concerned. The only thing that voting pattern change and a message to the political heads, especially to APC, SLPP. If you want for win more votes, the APC want for win more votes at the southeast. Identify, do in a needs assessment. Tell them say I go build 4 hospitals now, 4 road now this and that. Change your message. If he SLPP say want for win Obayanda, not of go begin telling say until now see other they don't vote and that no, that is not in this country. And I want to tell every Sierra Leonean, as long as you're eligible for votes and you be registered, not free. March 27, go vote for who that you feel say go move the country forward.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. James B. Sise, now Director and the Minister of Political and Public Affairs. Afambulem, we will have been the watch and listen to the program. Say, Madam Minister, there we want to you thank you and want to draw your attention, especially to SLPP and Culture Radio from Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. Say, do I may listen to the kind message them when they come on. They did Mohammed Napukfil and send a message there. The other gentleman say, I support the analysts for the 2 candidates them for move together on a banner. Said we are met Dr. Samura Kamara and retired Brigadier Madabio made them please work on the streets and made them forcefully make sure say that Salomon no say with 2 now 1 that Mende and Timini not same people in Saloya. So they say another one say forgive me sir I say but Philip Neville na start television say na he started say last night in the play continuously Alpha Saidu in speech or Madabio. Don he say Mr. Cole are very happy for waiting Madam Nanette they say but the truth is politicians and success na not honest to we and we country and now Usman na finally Lamin Odate na come on with I don't know saying the right for me say the youth man they own the backbone and the nation building say na them we supposed to talk to make them be mindful, as how then they vote and how then they listen to them bad message. Well, until we meet again next week, Wednesday, maybe they bring the program and then TJ called the Megadon, and these are the good governance program. Or the Ministry of Political and Public Affairs bring on behalf of Minister and Deputy Minister and the PS and all the senior members of staff, including Director over there. So, and of course, my co-presenter, producer, Mr. Vincent Bankole. I want to thank you and say, until we meet again, continue for the watch program and listen to SBC radio and television. Till next week, Tata, and don't forget, say Tuesday, please, all you can and go vote and not afraid. God not in the decide whether they rule this country. No matter what you do, not to you good. Now, what God say, na ingo be. So until we see again, bye bye and have a fantastic day.